This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The Stand Your Ground hearing for Curtis Reeves is now in its second week.
A judge will eventually decide if Reeves, a former Tampa police captain, was within his rights to kill Chad Olson during an argument over cell phone use inside a Pasco County movie theater. Today, Reeves took the stand. ABC's Kenneth Moten has more on what he said.
It will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
The retired Tampa police captain who said he had the right to use Florida's Stand Your Ground law, taking the stand.
I realized that I was in a life or death struggle, that all of a sudden he was no longer a loudmouth, that he was now a very definite threat.
Curtis Reeves is trying to avoid a murder trial after he pulled the trigger in 2014, killing Chad Olson inside a dark movie theater. The two men can be seen arguing in this blurry surveillance video. That's Reeves at the bottom right of the screen. The reason for the confrontation? A cell phone. Olson's wife said he was texting their daughter's babysitter during the previews.
He was steps above us, the other guy. He was towering over us. How is that a threat?
But Reeves' wife claims the victim lunged forward, and doctors testified the 73-year-old man with arthritis was justified in fearing a physical fight with a 43-year-old man who was 6'3".
I really think that this is a lot of smokescreen stuff. I think they're just trying to say that he was this gentle, frail old man.
In court, Reeves described his years of experience. His attorneys worked to show he was a trained, decorated law enforcement officer who encountered all types of situations on the job.
If something does happen, or when it does happen, that you handle it effectively and efficiently.
If the judge agrees Stand Your Ground applies, Reeves will be free from prosecution. If she disagrees, he will be tried on a second-degree murder charge. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, New York.
A Florida college student accused of randomly killing a couple and chewing on the dead man's face is talking about the attack on national TV. 20-year-old Austin Haroof opened up to TV personality Dr. Phil McGraw. He said he had been running from a demon-like figure named Daniel before the attack. He also told Dr. Phil that he only has vague memories of killing John Stevens and Michelle Mishcon last August. The video was scheduled to air on Dr. Phil last October, but was pulled at the last minute. McGraw interviewed Haroof last fall before he was released from the hospital and arrested.
Reaction is mixed to a recent appeals court ruling that once again allows doctors to discuss gun safety with their patients. A federal appeals court in Atlanta overturned a Florida law that banned doctors from talking about a patient's gun ownership. We talked to a local physician and a gun store owner about the issue, and their answers couldn't have been further apart.
If I have a patient with severe depression and I think maybe there's a chance for suicidal ideation, I may treat that patient differently if I know that there's gun ownership.
They should talk to the family and say what I'm prescribing to him or to her has side effects. If you own a gun in the house, don't ask them, do you own a gun? Say, if you have a gun in the house, then I would lock it up during this period of time or watch them closely. That's good doctoring.
We'll take an in-depth look at this heated issue tonight on ABC7 News at 7. A Bradenton Dairy Queen is serving up more than just ice cream.
The newly opened franchise is one of 3 on the Sun Coast in the Tampa area that is donating money to a good cause. ABC7's Kate Flexter tells us about this unique idea.
100% of the profits at this Dairy Queen go to funding a nonprofit that provides everything from mental health services to child protective services. It's all money they say is sorely needed. Order placed, order up. At this Dairy Queen on State Road 64, it's business as usual. With one exception.
We operate just like any other for-profit entity. We pay our bills, we keep the lights on, we pay our employees, but 100% of the profits that remain, once all of those expenses have been paid, are a charitable donation back to the parent company.
The parent company is Lakeview Center, based in Pensacola, a nonprofit that provides mental health services, including addiction treatment, as well as child protective services and employment for those with physical or mental disabilities.
This isn't a single fundraiser. This isn't a week-long event or a marathon. This is an investment that pays dividends every single day for the next 20 years.
The entire message is etched on this plaque in the center of the store.
Cheese, this one's no ketchup.
Still, many customers didn't know their profits were going to a good cause, so we told them.
I've never heard of anything like this.
I think it's a wonderful idea, a win-win situation.
It's much needed, and I think it's amazing that they're doing this. It really is.
The National Association of State Mental Health Programs ranks Florida 49th in the nation for mental health spending per capita, and the company says it came down to a lack of federal and state funding.
We're one unbalanced budget away from them pulling those additional dollars out of mental health funding for us to be last in the nation. And it's just untenable for us to continue to expand our mission and help people. If those dollars continue to evaporate, we have to make the money from somewhere.
They're hoping to open 12 other locations in the Tampa Bay area over the next 3 years. For now in Bradenton, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Kate. If you get to eat ice cream and it's for a good cause, I mean, there's really nothing better than that.
That is, like that one man said, a win-win.
Win-win.
And a good day to have some nice chilly ice cream to cool you off. And here's Bob Harrigan with more.
Yeah, normally we're talking about some cool weather around this time of year anyway, but we have what appears to be some sea breeze like thunder showers, or actually showers. There's a chance we could generate some lightning with this cell in particular, but the sea breeze developed. We had this east to southeasterly wind. The two meet and the showers develop, and you can see a pretty heavy one there along I-75 into Manatee County. You can see it right there, and another one near State Road 64, this one near Lorain, pushing off toward the northwest near Lakewood Ranch near the Masters Avenue. You can see the motion and movement is basically off toward the west-northwest. So again, a few spotty showers near Parrish. To the north, you can see some action there as well near north of Tampa, and to the east near Brandon. Temperatures were very warm today, upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Inland areas, mid 80s near the coast. Right now it's 78 in Sarasota, still 83 in Mayaca City, and 83 in Wauchula. Temperatures in the mid-70s near the coast. Well, more in the forecast. One more day of heat, and then things will start to change a bit. Details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Bob. Today, another huge step in bringing the Atlanta Braves to Northport for spring training. After months of negotiations, Sarasota County Commissioners approved a letter of intent today to begin the process of bringing the Braves to the Suncoast. The Braves are agreeing to pay $2 million each year of the 30-year agreement, plus an estimated $7.5 million to furnish the stadium. The city of Northport is being asked to contribute at least $9 million total. The county will contribute approximately $22 million in tourist development taxes.
As the motion maker, would like to see this to proceed, move forward, get the application in front of the state, let the Atlanta Braves know that Sarasota County wants them here.
Northport will consider the letter of intent on March 7th.
Well, if you don't have a convertible or a Jeep, no worries. Next month, you'll be able to feel the Siesta Key breeze while catching a free ride down to the beach. A new trolley service called the Siesta Key Breeze should be up and running by late March. Sarasota County Area Transit, or SCAT, is teaming up with a private vendor called Ride Right Transit to provide the service. 3 trolleys will run from Turtle Beach north to the village and then back to Turtle Beach. Passengers can hop on one of the trolleys by waiting at one of the SCAT stops, and south of Midnight Pass Road, passengers can just flag down the trolley. The spokesperson for SCAT also hopes these trolleys will relieve some congestion on the Key.
We're encouraging the residents to maybe hop on the bus and go into the village and have dinner or breakfast or go to the beach. And we're really encouraging the tourists to use it. And hopefully now, with this free trolley, they will not rent vehicles.
The trolleys will run from 8 a.m. until midnight every day of the week. The 6-month pilot program is being funded by both a grant and the Florida Department of Transportation. Be a nice way to get around.
Yeah, stress-free.
Park somewhere else.
Right.
And then you can take the ride down to the beach.
Then you don't ruin the experience by driving around for a parking space for half an hour. So this is much better, or longer. Yeah.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, the indescribable feeling of coming home to a loving pet.
You can go out and have a bad day, but you come home and they're there.
Up next, a special report for pretty much all pet owners, what you can do to best care for an aging dog or cat when they are close to passing on.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets. and let us do the legwork for you. Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call 1-800-738-1923.
But is it? It's really just the beginning, right? Have you written a book and want it published but don't know where to start? You're not alone. Page Publishing cuts through the confusion that most new authors face, like copyright protection, barcodes, printing, and digital uploading. We will get your book into bookstores now. We guide you through the publishing maze and help you distribute and sell your work in hard copy and ebook formats. That's right, we will digitize and place your book for sale on Amazon, Apple iBooks, and Google, offering it to millions. Don't waste another minute. Most publishers won't even look at new author submissions, but we're different. We review your book and provide you feedback in about a week. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, our team gets you into bookstores fast.
Call for your free author submission kit at 800-425-5308.
I won cash for life from the Florida lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony, we're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
This week, we're exploring the unique relationship people have with their pets, and every owner dreads the day when they have to say goodbye to their furry friends.
Tonight, we explore the tough topic of dealing with grief over losing a pet. ABC7's Jacqueline Matter reports.
What is it about dogs and cats that make them so precious to us?
We consider them soulmates.
Some people, it's the only companion they have.
The love is unconditional.
They become your family.
For PJ Perrinhall and her husband, their border collies Bentley and Royce were just that.
They're just a constant in your life. You can go out and have a bad day, but you come home and they're there.
The Haws, like many pet owners, included their dogs in daily activities, sharing life's ups, downs, joys, and sorrows.
They were with us 24/7. I'm so grateful for those 10 years. Most of the time I was able to spend the time with them. We just had such wonderful memories.
Wonderful memories that for now are clouded with Bentley's passing in January.
We started seeing the decline where it was just a couple of days and we knew that was it.
In those matter of days, the Haws say making their pet comfortable was their main priority.
You really have to start mentally making that decision, what you're going to do to help him. So even though it's like the hardest decision, we decided to do it at home.
It's something that every pet owner might want to start planning for now, just in case.
If you have an older pet or if you have a sick pet, it's important to talk with your veterinarian about what to look for at home, of signs that the pet may be nearing its end of life. If something happens as an emergency, or if your pet passes away at night or during the weekend, you want to make sure to find out where the nearest veterinary emergency clinic would be.
The Haws say they opted for putting Bentley to sleep in the very house he called home.
Sometimes I think people feel like they don't want to make that decision. But I thought it would be worse if he died and we weren't right there with him. At least this way we were holding him. We were able to tell him how much he meant to us.
Lantry says you should plan now for how you'd like to have your pet remembered after they pass. You can choose pet cremation services, burials, or just saying goodbye at the vet's office, and perhaps taking home their collar. At Dante's Den in Sarasota, you'll find a memorial garden, one of many pet cemeteries here on the Suncoast that look to honor the lives of our furry friends.
We want them to have the same dignity that we would be looking for and the same respect. And so Gino's Memorial Garden is just kind of the last stepping stone for them as well as us.
Here, you'll notice a rainbow bridge scattered with fading paw prints, signifying the transition from life to death. Though some may suggest the death of a dog or cat is not as significant, the grieving process is just as real and painful.
The denial process, they go through the anger process, they go through the guilt process. Our role is to help them normalize their reaction to it.
And part of that process is the life leading up to your pet's passing and remembering the times well spent.
It's important to take pictures and do things that, you can keep your pet's memory, when they're gone.
Memories that millions of Americans are fortunate enough to share. As many of us who have ever loved an animal know, your pet is never just a pet.
Someday I'll be at the point where I can just celebrate Bentley's life, but I'm not there yet. They'll always think there's something I could have done. There's something I should have done. But you can just do what you can with what you've got.
In Sarasota, Jacqueline Matter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
There are many support groups and grief counselors on the Suncoast that can help with the loss of a pet. For a full list of those resources, head over to our website, mysuncoast.com. And now we'll head over to Bob.
Good day for a walk with your pet. Today we had some clouds around, some low-level fog as well, and looks like we will see that same scenario played out late tonight. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing just a few fair weather cumulus clouds out there today. Although, get a look at this. This is the 520 shot now, and you can see a shower developing. In fact, it's already there near State Road 70 and 64, pushing off to the west. A big crowd on hand. Norm Schimmel getting this shot of Ed Smith Stadium. You can see, yeah, Norm. You can see a lot of the people there enjoying a nice sunny day, at least the afternoon. We are looking at basically more heat tomorrow. High temperatures will be into the mid-80s at times, and looks like even some upper 80s inland. Cold front arrives late Thursday, and slightly cooler temperatures are anticipating. This isn't a real big cold front, but it will bring some noticeable changes in terms of temperatures. I think highs will be right around average by Friday into the mid-70s to lower 70s, a little bit better than what it was today. There's a storm system developing over the central U.S. This low will track off to the northeast, and the attendant cold front slides through here late Thursday. We had some fog and low clouds around this morning. That moved on. Sea breeze developed, and then with an east to southeast wind, a few showers have popped up. Right along that sea breeze, we'll take you through time here the last several hours, and you see that sea breeze moving inland, and then that southeasterly flow creating these showers occasionally, especially in the Manatee County. There was some near Northport earlier, and now by far the storm, or shower I should say, from State Road 64 along I-75, and it looks like it's at Heritage Harbor and River Strand, getting some rainfall right now, stretching all the way over west of I-75. So expect a little bit of light rainfall there to moderate rain at times. 78 degrees at Sarasota. It's 80 in Bradenton, 75 at the Venice Pier. And the high today, 85 degrees, 3 degrees shy of 88. I didn't think we were going to make the record today, but 88 degrees is the record. They did set a record in St. Pete and in Tampa today for a record high. 63 was the morning low. 31 was is the record low temperature set back in 1935. No rainfall report today. And as far as temperatures go, into the low 70s, nice in Holmes Beach and Whitney Beach and Longboat Key, 75 there. Rosedale at 81 with some clouds moving in. Waterleaf had a shower, a brief shower, and Lake Sarasota now at 80, Osprey at 78, Benicia at 77 degrees, Rotunda 76, and Port Charlotte at 83. The forecast for Wednesday looks pretty much the same as it was today. High temperatures will top out in the low 80s near the beaches, mid 80s to upper 80s inland, and a chance for a late day shower or storm. The big story obviously is going to be this low pressure area, which will produce the possibility of tornadic activity. We're already starting to see some cells popping up along that frontal boundary right there in Missouri near St. Louis, also near Chicago. Chicago is going to see the possibility of tornadoes through this evening with severe thunderstorms. And here's a look at that tornado watch. You can see it's in effect for parts of Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, all the way down into Arkansas, where there have been some reports of severe weather already. For boaters tomorrow, for us here locally, a light chop on the bays and inland waters, winds out of the south-southwest, at around 10 knots, and the water temperature really warm, 73. The beaches will see high upper 70s to near 80 degrees. UV index will be high too in the midday as we see some low clouds and fog in the morning. Low tide at 8:22, a high tide at 1:50, and sunset will be at 6:30. Clear tonight, fog forming once again, low of 65, east winds at 5, and then for tomorrow, look for mostly sunny throughout the afternoon, some clouds and low clouds in the morning, 84 your high, and the extended forecast is calling for a slight chance, I should say, for a shower or two on Thursday. Cooler on Friday, breezy, sunshine returns for the weekend, just a little bit on the windy side on Saturday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. I-75 is still backed up at this hour in the northbound lanes from Bee Ridge to Fruitville.
Papa John's is taking a page from the airline industry and testing a fee that lets people bump their pizza orders to the front of the line. The chain says the $2.99 Papa Priority fee was recently launched in select locations, and it's looking for ways to expand the test. The fee doesn't guarantee delivery within a set time, but it does send the order to the front of the line so it's made faster. The option is limited to 5 orders each night per location. While customers whose pizzas get bumped back might object, Papa John's says the option has gotten great customer reception.
What's old is new again in cell phones. The iconic Nokia 3310 is back. HMD rolling out a new line of so-called dumb phones instead of smartphones at the Mobile World Congress in Spain on Sunday. When the phone first launched in 2000, it could only take calls and send a text. At about $50 each, this new version still just as simple and comes in some bright colors, features a color screen, a camera, and the ability to surf the web. So it is an upgrade over what we had back then. I remember those phones.
And it looks pretty cool still.
It's not bad.
Because the phones have advanced.
Right.
You know, everything now is the screen.
Yeah, so if you're looking for something simple, there you go.
Yeah. Entertainment news is next.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
Thinking about having surgery can be a scary thing. And it takes somebody who's in severe pain, bring them in, take good care of them, and then get them out and back to their life is huge. We focus on minimally invasive approaches when possible, and oftentimes people can be back up on their feet in a day or two with a whole lot less pain than before surgery. We fix people's lives. We do.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
A personal trainer and host from the NBC show The Biggest Loser is now recovering from a heart attack.
Bob Harper shared the news on Instagram, saying he was feeling better after having a heart attack 2 weeks ago. The 51-year-old celebrity trainer has said in the past that his family has a history of heart problems. He also says that while regular exercise can reduce your risk of heart problems, your family history plays a key role in your heart health. Your genes can elevate your risk for high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Harper has 3 best-selling books on health and fitness.
Benedict Cumberbatch will star in a new Showtime series. The actor will play an aristocratic playboy, the title character in a 5-part series called Melrose. The series is based on Edward St. Aubyn's series of books, and each episode will track one of 5 separate novels. Production will start this summer, and no air date has been given yet.
The royal couple, Charles and Diana, will be the subject of a new FX franchise. The network says the second installment of its new Feud franchise will spotlight the couple. The 10-episode series is scheduled to air in 2018. The first edition of Feud will premiere this weekend. It tells the story of film legends Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. It stars Susan Sarandon and Jessica Lange in those title roles, and it looks so good. The previews. And really, they apparently had this very strong feud between them. So we'll see how it plays out on the small screen.
Two great actresses
yes,
to play those roles for
sure. Fantastic.
All right, we'll be right back with more news.